There's a lot of awareness these days about the MTHFR gene mutations, which is great because more and more people seem to be being born with it, and it can be very damaging to our health. But there's a few things we have to be careful about when we're addressing or treating this issue. So without getting too technical and into the weeds in this video, let's just go into some of the very basics that everyone probably needs to know. Number one, if you're going to do any genetic testing, this is probably the most important gene that I would recommend you test for. It's the only one I really test a lot of my chronically ill patients for, because it's going to change how we treat certain things. Now, why does it matter? Well, when we have the MTHFR gene mutations, you can have what's known as partial or full, which means you might work at 30% down from normal, or you could be 70% down from normal. That's me. So I have the full. So I'm only working at about 30% of how my MTHFR or methylation cycle should work. And I'll get into that in a second. So whether you have the partial or the full, these genes drive a lot of things, but methylation is the most important piece here. And methylation drives a lot of different cycles within our body. But when it comes to chronically ill people, the most important thing that methylation does is it really drives our detoxification. It's involved in the glutathione pathway, it's involved in the liver and gallbladder being able to move everything out. It's super, super important. So you can imagine if that's not working properly, that pathway in you, and you get exposed to a lot of chemicals and heavy metals and things like that, now your body's going to get overloaded, and then you become toxic, and your cells are going to struggle to start moving everything out and even just function properly at all. So then what happens now in the functional medicine world, we know about this, and a lot of functional medicine doctors say, great, well, let's give you some B12 and methylfolate and we'll fix that. Well, not so fast. Before we start addressing this methylation, we need to do some other things first. First, we need to open drainage pathways, because if your liver and gallbladder and bowels and basically your pee and poop aren't working how they should be, you don't want to start driving more of these metals and toxins out of the resting place where they are in your body, where at least they're somewhat contained. They're causing problem, but hopefully your body's walled them off. Now you're going to start moving them out, but then there's nowhere to go because your body's still not draining properly. So step number one always is open the drainage pathways. Then I like to address parasites and mold and some of the bigger, more problematic things first, so that again, we're not going to get blocked up and have these toxins and metals moving around the body and get stuck again. Then when we've done that, now we can start addressing the MTHFR issue. Now is the time to start taking methylfolate, the right kind of B12, and basically how you're going to know that, if you take a B12 and it has the cyano in front of the amine, because there's those different B12s, there's the, and I always screw up how I say the name, so I'm not even going to pronounce it right now, but basically you don't want the one that has the cyano at the start. It is related to cyanide. It's not good for the body. But you take the right kinds of B12, you take the right kind of methylfolate, never folic acid either. I've got another video on the difference between folic acid. Hey, Dr. Rodney here. If you want to get my free PDF, 5 hacks for boosting your immune system, just go into the description of this video, click on the link, download it, and if you have any questions on it, just send me a message and I'll help you out with it. Now your body can start moving these toxins and metals out and detoxing properly, and your drainage pathways to get rid of them are open and functioning how they should be. So here's the order of steps. Test for genetics. If you've got the MTHFR mutations, start eating naturally organs and maybe a little bit of dark leafy greens. Then you want to go and open your drainage pathways, test for and then remove other things like mold, Lyme disease, parasites. Then start taking a good quality methylfolate, the right kinds of B12 for what you need, and now your body's going to detox properly and move all that stuff. While you're doing that, you still need to be careful that you don't get overexposed to metals and toxins, because with the MTHFR deficits that you've got going on, you can only supplement so much and you can risk overloading again. But if you do all those things in that order, you can get rid of a lot of the problem, remove any of the health risks, and live a very long and healthy life without it creating all this chronic health issues. So if you've got questions on this, or this is the kind of content that you like, hit that subscribe button and then send me a message, and I'll answer any questions you've got to do with health and help you as best I can. And if you've got more questions on some of this stuff specifically, the next video will be the folic acid versus folate one. Watch that so you know the difference, because it's very, very important. One you want to be supplementing with, the other one you never want to have at all.